What's up, guys? So Chapter 6 Season 4 just dropped in Fortnite, and it's awesome. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you the easiest way to get a win. Let's get into it. Alright, so loading into your game, the first thing you're going to want to do is pick where you're going to drop. Me, personally, I'm going to land Demon's Debris because it has some of the best loot in the game, and it's worth being contested by a couple of people. But depending on your skill level, you might want to land somewhere safer, maybe like a house or a gas station or something, just so you can get solid loot, or if you're confident in your fighting, go into the medallion POIs. Alright, as we're approaching, you can see we've got one person above us, and then there was one person to our right earlier. He'll probably end up pushing in. But there are a lot of like little things that Fortnite added to this POI. And it's actually really cool. They paid a lot of close attention to detail here. So, first off, let me kill these bugs. These things, these are the bug spawners. So you want to break those, and when you break those, it'll give you some heals. Fortnite has also added these things, these like orange orbs. They are filled with blue chests. So when you open them, you get boons, great guns, very useful. Whenever you see those, make sure you open them. Sorry about the shaking, by the way. That's one of the bugs with this season. Hopefully they fix it soon. But Fortnite has also added a ton of new weapons. There's the Stinger SMG back, fan favorite. And I'm done with that. They added the Sweeper Shotgun, which is exactly like the TAC shotgun in Reload. So if you are a fan of that, you will love this shotgun. And if not, then stick to the pump. Let me break this bug spawner right here. Oh man. There we go. Get some more heals, and then we can open this blue chest as well. And just like that, our loot is looking very solid. Very nice. Then they also added this AR. It's called the OXR AR. It is very basic. Very, very basic. But it does the job. As you can see, it shoots like a normal speed. Does like 30 damage a hit. Very basic, but solid AR. Out of the ARs in the game, I would probably pick the Fury over it, but not a bad choice at all. Alright, let's see if we can take down this guy over here. Also, because we eliminated a bunch of the bugs all over the POI, the Queen has spawned in. And all you have to do is kill the Queen, and then you get the mythics and medallions. So super easy to get all the mythics this season. And we just take down him real quick. Also, I do still think that the pump is the best shotgun in the game, but if you do like the TAC, go ahead and pick it up. So the item that I'm using right now is called the Bug Blaster, and it's exactly that. It is the best weapon for killing the bugs and the bosses. So if you want to kill the bosses quickly, pick this thing up. It does a ton of damage. Will one-shot all the little ones, and then does a lot of damage to them, to the Queen. So now that we have cleared out all the bugs, there are a couple other super important things that Fortnite has added. So one, they've brought back slurp juices. This is a legendary one, but the purple ones are also back. And here is the mythic loot that we get from doing all that work. So you get, let me just build a little box real quick, sorry. So you get the medallion, which this, in my opinion, is the best medallion in the game. It grants mid-air leap. So what that means is if I go and jump, I can double jump and it'll launch me forward too. So if I'm moving forward, it'll launch me forward. If I'm moving backward, it'll launch me backward. It does use stamina, so you will run out of stamina pretty quick, but it is the best movement in the game, I'd say. Then another thing, when you level up your OXR rank, which is the rank you see on the side of the screen, it will just drop these supply drops on you. So instead of having to go and find the chests like last season, which were like scattered around the map randomly, it'll just drop these crates on you and you can pick them up super easily, which I think is a great change. So good job, Fortnite. And another important thing with this OXR rank is that when you level up to A rank, it'll mark these bunkers on the map. You can see right there and there. They have a little A icon on them too. And you can go inside of there. You can go inside of those bunkers and get a free exotic. So very strong. It's very important this season that you want to level up your OXR rank because it's a guaranteed exotic pretty much. And the exotics are very good. I'll show you them in a little bit. So this is what the bunkers look like. There are a couple all over the map. I would recommend that before you open it, you do build a little box around, just because there are people who just kind of camp outside and wait for someone to open it. So all you have to do, once you're A rank, you come over here, you scan yourself, it'll start opening, and it even gives you more OXR rank from opening it. So win-win. And I'll show you the exotics inside. I'm just gonna farm mats real quick. There we go. Okay, so once you get inside, there's not a ton in here, but you go over here and here's the exotic. Double. So pump action shotgun deals high damage and siphons health with each hit. Can be swapped to trouble with no delay. So this is the double pump shotgun. It's just called Trouble. I actually like that name. That's a pretty clean name. But it's just the spaz. And apparently it'll give you health after each hit, and you can double pump with it. So let me grab this one. Let's see how it works. Now, I don't know about you guys, but personally, I was not around playing Fortnite when double pump was actually in the game. There's also a couple more chests down here. Oh, we got a shockwave launcher. Let's go. Oh my. I gotta pay more attention, bro. Oh no. Oh, we made it. Yo, we barely made it out. All right, I got to focus a bit more on, playing a bit safe. All right, so we're safely away over here. Let's look at the loot we just got. So we still have our mythic OXR rifle. We have the exotic Trouble. Oh wait, we have to organize it. Double Trouble. That's clean. I like that Fortnite. So you can double pump with these, and apparently it gives you health every time you hit someone. Siphons health with each hit. That's pretty crazy. We'll see that in action, because that could be very overpowered. And then we also got the shockwave launcher. So, very good loot. I would recommend that loot path that I just did, where you go from killing the boss, getting all that loot, and then going and getting a bunker. If you can pull that off, I can guarantee you will win like 90% of your games, just because you have, this is your loadout. You have a mythic, 2 exotics, a shockwave launcher, and a medallion. At this point in the game, now that you've already secured the best loot, all you really want to do is just play for the win. So that means make sure you have max mats, get a bunch of good heals, and position yourself well in zone. So usually there's a dead side of zone. Wherever the zone is pulling the least, that's where you want to go, and just kind of chill on that side. Now for this zone, this is kind of a weird one. It's kind of just pulling towards the middle of the map, so there isn't really a great spot to go, but just try and stay on the outskirts, play for the win, now that you have great loot. Alright, so I'm just going to keep driving around, making sure I'm topped off on mats, heals. Really just set yourself up good for the rest of the game. It just makes it the easiest to win. This guy is insisting on fighting. Like, he still wants to fight. Like, what was his plan there? I know he full boxed me, but he was already 1 HP. Alright, well, we picked up a nice little kill there. Now we're really topped off on math. But I'm just going to keep on chilling, driving around, making sure we're set up for the end game. And once we're there, when it's time to win, baby. Alright, so we're really starting to get into the end game now. Zones are starting to split in half. So this is when it's very important to box up and play safe to secure your win. And I'll show you how to do that. So you want to go to right where zone is. Avoid people still. Let's see if we can back them off a little bit. There we go. Okay. Let's just check his loot really quick. Sorry. People keep trying to fight us. And, you know, if people want to fight you, you can't really avoid it. Also, the siphon on every single time you hit someone is very overpowered. Especially paired with this jump point, because you can just get behind people. Super easy. Alright, we're going to go back to what I was trying to show you earlier before all that happened. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to drive in as deep as you can into zone. So as zone keeps moving back and making the circle larger, you're just going to want to stick right next to it and just keep going farther and farther in, because all the people are going to be stuck in this part of the zone, you know, just barely making it in and then staying there, and you'll have this entire side to yourself. You can just relax back here. You don't even have to box up if you have a car, or even if you don't have a car, as long as you have some kind of terrain like these hills in front of you. Very easy. This is the easiest way to survive these zones. So as you can see, it pulled even farther this way. We're just going to do the same exact thing. Hide here, wait for zone to start to move out, and then we're just going to drive forward, clear the way. We are now in a top 3 situation, and zone is starting to move out. So we're just going to keep staying right next to it like we were before. Follow it all the way in. Oh, there's the 2 last players fighting. Only because there's 3 people left. Usually I would play a bit more safe, and try not to get noticed. But if you do see an opportunity to get some shots in, if there's 3 players left, please do. Let's see, now that we're in the bush. Do we land a couple? Doesn't look like we're going to be able to hit him. So we're just going to keep on driving back, playing safe. And we found one of the other players, so I have no idea who that guy was shooting at. But we just cracked him, and he doesn't seem very good. So we're just going to walk on over. Gonna shockwave out. We're just going to leave him. You really, in these situations, you don't want to overextend yourself. Play safe, play smart. Really, let the other 2 people make a mistake, and then you just have to win. Oh, like walking out in the open, that is a mistake. Try not to do that. But we're just going to drive in. Zone's going to keep pulling over here, so we're just going to get over with it. 62. Good shots by us. 34. He's low. We're going to pop our big pot and just keep on moving where zone's going. Stay ahead of everyone. But it doesn't look like the other 2 people are really fighting. So if this continues, then we might have to make an aggressive play. Let's see. 20-50. He's cracked. This medallion is so good. In his box. Dead. Dead on 1. This medallion is insane. And there we go. We get the double kill. And just like that, you get your first win of the season. Thank you guys so much for watching. All you have to do, it's that simple. Follow that loot path. Stay safe. Play cautious. And it's that easy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe and enjoy the new season. Let's go.